This video will show you how to create a digital whiteboard using the free version of Nearpod. So you'll see I'm on the website nearpod.com, and I've already created a teacher account, and you would just click sign up for free and use the option to register with Google. I'm going to log in, and I selected that Google option, so I'm just going to log in with Google. I don't have to remember my username and password. The steps to creating the digital whiteboard are really easy. When you get to your library page, and you'll see here on the left, it's highlighted, so I'm on my library, click Create. And you're going to create a lesson. You can either click Add Slide or Add Content and Activities. And you'll see all of these different content options. Skip from content over to activities. And the digital whiteboard is called Draw It. So use the Draw It feature. Now I'm going to hide this right sidebar. They've got some templates pre-made that I could use if I wanted to, but I just want to give kids a blank whiteboard and have an open prompt for them. So I'm not even going to give any instructions. I'll tell them what to do as we're going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just say that, just blank. So they've got one slide that is now blank. So now, for the sake of showing you how to add a picture for reference or another file for reference, or to add a background, I'm going to add another slide. And again, I could add content or activities. It takes me to the same place. I'm going to click Activities. I'm going to click Draw It. So this is going to add now another slide. And so if I wanted to add a resource for kids to view, I could use an audio recording. You can see all the different options, an image, video, the URL. Now, if I want to give kids a background that they're going to write or draw on top of, I'm going to select Upload Background Image, and I'm going to upload from my computer. I'm going to go ahead and select that. I'm going to open it. I'm going to click Save. So that's done. I'm going to preview it. So the first slide is going to be blank. I'm going to give kids a prompt right when I meet with them. And this is the preview of the second one where I uploaded that background image for them. So I'm going to close that out. I'm going to save and exit. So I'm going to put whiteboard done. Now, when I want to run this activity, if I want students to do it as homework, just student paced on their own, or asynchronous, then I'd select student paced. But if I wanted to guide this, like I'm going to give everyone a prompt at the same time, then I would select live participation. And here's the code that kids would join if they went to nearpod.com. So you could add that to your Clever page, or if you are in a Google Meet or a Zoom with kids, you can select link, just select copy for that URL that's highlighted in blue here at the bottom. And then in my Google Meet or my Zoom, I would go in the chat, I would paste that link, and then kids could then join my Nearpod whiteboard session. Done. So now I want to show you what that looks like from the teacher side when a student joins that Nearpod activity. I've shared my code with a student on another computer. When a student logs in with your join code, it's going to ask them how they want to log in, and they should select their Google account. It's going to ask them to confirm their email address, and they just say yes. And now, as a student on my Chromebook, I can see the whiteboard. And now here is what I, as the teacher, see. So I would see all of the whiteboards of all of my students on this screen. They will see whatever is on your screen. So this was my open prompt screen. Now, if I wanted to, give them a prompt on the fly, I can click Open Whiteboard. Or if I wanted to demonstrate for the first time how to use Nearpod, I could click Open the Whiteboard. It blanks out their screen so they can see whatever I'm going to put on here. So say we're practicing arrays, and I want them to practice making an array for 2 times 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are different ways I could show this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to tell them that I'm going to give them a new multiplication problem, and I want them to put that on their whiteboard. Okay, so I'm going to erase that or close that out. And I'm going to tell students that I want them to write an array or draw an array for 4 times 2. So Darcy student is on the whiteboard right now. All right, I'm going to submit. And I can immediately see, or almost immediately see, what my student has done on their end. So that's what Darcy student submitted. So I could see all of what the students have submitted on this main page. Now, to move to the next slide that had my background template, I need to click the arrow. So I'm going to click that arrow, and here was that activity where I gave them a background image. As soon as I change it, then the student screen changes. So now Darcy student is going to select the one that doesn't belong and submit that. Should be coming up. There we go. Darcy student